Turn to Turner Security for your business or your home. With Turner on your team, you're never alone. For everything you'll need, all you gotta do is call. Turner's got it all. When you turn to Turner Security, powered by TechCore, you can leave your security issues at the door. Turn to Turner Security.
The Rick and Bubba Show, weekdays from noon till 2.
WGNS, your good neighbor station.
Rutherford County's place to talk. Merry Christmas from all of us at News Radio WGNS. Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and streaming at WGNSradio.com.
Rutherford Issues is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. As a member of MTE, you have access to educational resources to help you tailor your energy use to your lifestyle. Interested in electric vehicles? MTE offers initiatives to learn more about EVs and connect with others who share your interest. Well, if you're a pet lover, this is the show for you. Dawn Roberts with the Beesley Animal Foundation and Clinic joins us here today, and you are all festive, ready for Christmas.
I am. I'm trying to get there anyway.
Well, it's going to be here whether we're ready for it or not,
exactly right. Yeah.
It is. It just happens.
I can't believe it's just already Christmas again.
I don't know. I guess maybe there is a lot of truth to the older you get, the faster time goes, it seems.
That's been my experience. So, yeah.
But ready for Christmas at your household, getting ready?
I am. Yeah, we're there. So it's like you said, it's going to be here before whether I'm ready or not. So, yeah.
Do you have special holiday hours at the clinic?
Yeah, well, we are going to be closed Christmas and then the day after Christmas next week.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, so today and tomorrow, if anyone needs vaccinations or any of their prevention or anything, they need to come in today or tomorrow. And then, like I said, we're closed Monday and Tuesday next week.
Okay.
So, and then we'll be open Wednesday and Thursday. And then, of course, that following Monday is New Year's Day. So we'll be closed that day as well. So.
Very good.
Yes.
Well, it's nice to have a little time away.
It is, yes.
Now, talk to me about the vaccinations and how that works. Let's say someone has a new puppy or a new cat. Then, I mean, how do they do that?
So we start a series of kitten and puppy shots when they're between 8 and 9 weeks old. We do all of our vaccinations as long as we have a vet in the clinic that day, a drive-through service, so there's no appointment necessary. And usually puppies and kittens need 3 series, spaced about 3 weeks apart, and puppies need 4. And then usually the final series will get their AB shot as well.
Okay. Well, sounds like...
Yeah, and for puppies, it's really important also to make a wellness appointment to get an exam so they can get started on their life-saving heartworm and flea and tick prevention.
All very important.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Well, that is good to know, and I'm sure that with on the foundation side that you're continuing to do the pet food and all that kind of thing, too.
We are. Actually, we're having a food distribution tomorrow at our location from 1:30 to 4:30. We'll be giving away dog and cat food. We just, throughout this whole year, our community has been great about, supporting us, with just anything for all of our programs, that helps us stay affordable to those in the community that need us the most. So we had a great response saying our shelves were empty. And so, we have dog and cat food tomorrow. Anyone can come between 1:30 and 4:30 and just come and provide some food for your pets.
Great. That is awesome. And one more thing about the clinic for vaccinations and things. You make an appointment for those things, right?
Vaccinations, you do not need an appointment.
Okay.
But for wellness appointments and then, of course, spay and neuter, yes, absolutely needs to have an appointment.
Okay.
Yeah, and somebody the easiest way to make an appointment is to text our clinic line, which is 615-802-0476.
All right.
Yeah, if they call, we're so busy going in and out that calls don't get answered very frequently. So.
I can imagine. Yeah, everybody is just so busy. Well, that is good to know. It is the holiday season, and we oftentimes have different things going on at our houses. Just because there are more people over, there's more probably food lying around than normal, those kinds of things. And that can be stressful for our pets.
Absolutely. I mean, especially if you have you welcomed a new pet into your home, or you have a pet that's just doesn't like a change in routine, is anxious and things like that. It can be, just something, it really can be not so fun time for them. So, the biggest thing we say is, if you have a room that you can put your pet in, calming music, you just, especially if you're going to have a house full of people, just put them in there and let them know that is their safe place, and they can get away from the activity, and that might make them a little bit calmer. Some pets need a little bit of help with medication, so to talk with your vet and make sure that if you have a pet that's very anxious and you're going to have 50 people over, you might need to maybe get him a little bit of help to kind of keep him calm, and as well as cats. I mean, cats are known to go hide. Like mine, if I have a house full, one new person comes in my house, they go hide. So,
go on.
Yeah.
That sounds like a cat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I know like at our house, we've got 3, and our 2 grand dogs are going to be there for Christmas. So, I mean, we're almost outnumbered, dogs to humans.
Absolutely. So, I mean, that can be quite chaotic. So, if you notice a dog that is not, stressed out with a new pup in the house coming to visit, just have plans that will make it less stressful for you, and you won't have like a scrap and might end taking to the ER.
Yeah.
So.
That's not definitely what you don't want to happen over the holiday.
Right, because there's a lot of the full service vets, you need to check with your vet to make sure what their holiday hours are. So if something does happen, you don't have to go to visit a emergency clinic.
Mm-hmm. And I've noticed that, I guess, as our population grows, we're getting more emergency clinics. There was only one for a long time, and now there are several.
Right. Yeah, we've got AMC, Animal Medical Center, Blue Pearl, and then Veg is the newest one that is coming to the city. So
yeah. So, and obviously they wouldn't be there if there wasn't a need.
Absolutely.
So
Yep. Just try to do what you have, so you're not one of those that have to go visit them on Christmas.
Yes, indeed. Or that will be an unwelcome hit to the pocketbook, I would think.
Exactly right, yes.
Well, one of the things that I would think would be one of the leading causes of maybe trips during the holiday period is dogs or cats eating something that maybe they shouldn't have from the table, or scrap, or I guess give them some food or whatnot.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there are certain things that are very, just kind of, you have guests come in the house, just please kindly ask them, say, our pups and cats don't eat off the table. Dogs, there's a lot of things that are dangerous for pets. Chocolate is super toxic to dogs. Alcohol, I mean, you should never give, so put your glasses up somewhere where the cat and dog can't get into it. Garlic, onions, anything that, you think just kind of better to be safe than sorry. Mm-hmm. So keep them on the regular diet, give them their safe dog or cat treats, and that way, they won't have digestive upset, so they have vomiting, diarrhea, and then you have to go to the emergency clinic because your vet is closed. So
right. Yeah. So keep those dangerous food, and when in doubt, just don't give it to them. Right.
Yeah. And and one of the things is, so many people think bones are okay with dogs, and unfortunately there really is, they can get stuck in their jaws depending on the size of the bone in the dog. They can get an obstruction in their intestinal lining. So just better just get in the habit and just make sure that nobody is slipping them a ham bone or a turkey bone or a chicken bone, and just kind of, you just don't want to put that dog through that.
Yeah. I mean, I think you would think that, a turkey or a chicken bone is smaller, but a ham bone is large. Dogs will like that, but those things break very easily.
Right, they do, and they can splinter, and then, or they could crack a tooth. If the ham bone's really tough, then you've got a cracked tooth or something. So, food is for people, and leave the dogs to the dog treats and cat treats.
Yeah, and you wrote something here that I think is very interesting. I never thought about this, but candles.
Yeah, candles, make sure they're high enough up if you're going to have them lit, for your holiday dinner, so that, dogs are excited, their tail can wag and hit it, and then, you could have a fire. And cats love to go up and be curious, and you'd hate for their whiskers to get burned. So just kind of have it up where the dogs and cats can't get to it.
Yeah, one of the grand dogs is a big Labradoodle, and that tail, it just hits everything.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So you just, it's just things that, I forget. And, another thing is, don't put a box full of food under the tree.
Oh, yeah.
My little Chihuahua can smell food a mile away, and I came in one day and there was the open box and he had eaten some chocolate. So you just have to be extra diligent because they will find a way to get into anything they're not supposed to. So
Well, I'm not glad that happened, and then you mentioned it, but that did happen to us about 10 or 15 years ago, and just never thought about that the first thing, and then the next morning, the little box of cordial cherries was all over the floor.
Yeah. So, it's if you have guests come over and they bring gifts, you might want to say, hey, do you know if there's any food? And just kind of put it up where little Fido can't get to it. Because, luckily he was okay, but still, that's not good.
I figure if it can happen to you, it can happen to anybody, Dawn. So
I don't know. Things just happen. You have an animal and things happen. So you just have to be extra careful. So.
People who house-proof their child-proof their house. You got to have to think about it in that regard with your animals.
Right, yeah, especially during this season. With Christmas, you've got family coming in town, friends, dog, things that you got so much else going on. So, just kind of prepare and say, okay, puppy-proof or cat-proof before they come over, then you can have an enjoyable dinner.
And it's one of those things like, so for us, I have a very small 7-pound Chihuahua, but the grand dog is that big Labradoodle.
Right.
And he can reach the top of the countertops.
Absolutely.
And so you have to put the food back and away,
Yeah, you get up there. Yeah, I've had many experiences where I find something on the floor, like, how did that happen?
Yeah, exactly. Dawn Roberts joining us today with the Beesley Animal Foundation and Clinic. And I guess that would go along the same lines of ornaments on the tree. We're pretty close to Christmas by now, but you got to also watch out for those things.
Yeah, and this is just good a reminder. And as you opened up gifts and you've got kids and they've got little toys with a lot of little parts or anything like that, just kind of make sure that your dog or cat can't get them and start trying to eat them or anything like that. But like tinsel and lights, electric cords, and cats are fascinated by all that stuff. So
yes,
luckily for us, my cats leave our trees alone. So, but I haven't been that lucky in the past. So it's just things that just kind of keep it. If they start acting diarrhea, vomiting, just acting lethargic, then you probably need to kind of just talk to your vet and say, hey, just go get them looked at, just in case they might have ingested something that they shouldn't have.
Well, this year, our 15-year-old Westie has decided that the Christmas tree is a good scratching post.
Oh, yeah.
So, I guess the little bristles feel good on their back or something.
Pine needles, if it's a real tree, pine needles are not good for the animals to ingest. You got to be careful if you put chemicals in your water. If you have a real Christmas tree, that's not good for pets either. So just kind of make sure they've got fresh water somewhere else. So, all the fun stuff of Christmas, just got to be extra diligent to take care of your babies.
And one of the things that we've never allowed into our house is a poinsettia or poinsettia, however you want to say it, just because of its toxicity.
Right.
But that's one of many that could be harmful to pets.
Absolutely. Lilies, mistletoes, and again, pine needles and things like that. So just like, every season, there's a lot of flowers are not good for pets. So.
And before our time runs out here, lots of people may be traveling during this holiday period, and maybe they take their pets with them or board their pets. You've got to make sure that you make sure your dog or cat has, if they're traveling with you or if they're going to a kennel or something of that nature, just make sure that you do some things.
Right, absolutely. Just, make sure that you have all your shots up to date. Don't wait till the last minute. Like I said, we're only open till Thursday. Clinics, or, so make sure that if you're taking them to boarding, they're current on their shots. If you're traveling with your pets, absolutely make sure they have an ID, microchip them just in case something was to happen. You can get reunited with them. And then if they're anxious and nervous about traveling, just work with your vet. And like I said, there's medications that can be given to kind of make it less stressful for them. So your vet is always your best source of resource and make things smoothly for your pet.
That we have traveled with the dogs before, and the medication that they give for that is, we've taking them on that 8-hour, 9-hour trip to the Panhandle of Florida or somewhere like that, and that does calm them down so much on the trip.
Yeah. Well, when I moved here, we had a Rottweiler and 2 cats, and the Rottweiler did fine, but my husband was in the other car with the cats. We gave them medicine, and they squalled the whole entire way, and that's like a 16, 17-hour drive. So
I bet that drove him up the wall.
Yeah. So, I mean, less people travel with cats sometimes. I shouldn't say that. I think more people are, but you just have to, just always just do what's best for the cat and the animal.
Dawn, thank you so much. Appreciate you coming in. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to you and everybody at Beesley.
Yeah, you too. Thank you, Brian.
That is Dawn Roberts joining us today. And hey, if you missed part of our program here, some very good holiday pet safety tips, check WGNSradio.com. Also, if you go to WGNSradio.com/listen, you can find all of our socials where you can even watch the show. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you back here next time.
Hello, this is Lenny Farmer with Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home. Often when a man or woman finish pre-planning their funerals with me, I hear,